we have an eminent media stalwart, Professor Shafey Kidwai, and it's an honor for the Global Media Education Council to felicitate him and honor him with a Lifetime Achievement Award. And this aspect of our conclave, in which we honor our media stalwarts and people who have contributed to media education and communication education, is something that gives us a sense of satisfaction. And somebody like Professor Shafey Kidwai, who is an acclaimed bilingual critic, he is a reviewer, he's a translator, he's a historian of Urdu journalism, and has been teaching communication studies, critical theories, and print media for, as I said, over 3 decades at Aligarh Muslim University, and has been a regular at most of the prestigious literary festivals around. And he has held several key positions at the university as well. His latest book, Sir Said Ahmed Khan, Reason, Religion and Nation by Routledge in 2020, has received widespread critical acclaim and appreciation. I still get to read a lot of reviews every now and then about the book. He's got Sahitya Academy Award for his work on Sir Said Ahmed Khan in 2019. He has published over 10 books in Urdu and English, including Urdu Journalism and Literature, Critical Perspectives by Cambridge University Press in 2014, Cementing Ethics and Modernism, and Appraisal of Sir Said's periodicals, Role of Maulana Azad's periodicals in National Awakening, and few more books. And one of the most important works on Urdu journalism actually comes from him, which is Khabar Nigari, which dates back to 1988. He's also received the prestigious literary award Iqbal Samman in 2017 by the MP government, and Uttar Pradesh Urdu Academy has also given him Khusro Award in 2018. Professor Kidwai reviews articles, and writes articles regularly, which appear in publications of national importance. He writes on Indian literature, and it also includes publications like The Hindu, Hindustan Times, Frontline, and other significant publications. And he frequently writes also for many Urdu journals. And now, to felicitate him, may I request the chair of this session to kindly say a few words and honor Sir. And after that, we would play the felicitation video. Ma'am.
Most welcome, Professor Shafey Kidwai. It's been a great honor to be in this session along with you. I have heard a lot, read a lot, although I've not worked with you, but I have shared a lot of researches with you, and I've been fortunate enough that some of my researches have been examined by you. So yes, it's a great event. It's a great event to share this opportunity and have you with us. And felicitations to you. Lots and lots of felicitations to you. We welcome you to this session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. May I invite Professor Shafey Kidwai to deliver his special address. He would be speaking about a fact-free world and media, and he would be looking at the context of challenges thrown up during the post-truth period. Over to you, sir.
Monisa, before you do that, Professor Kidwai.
Yes, sir, please, Shahid, sir.
It's a rare honor for all of us at Global Council for Education, for Media Educational Council, that you accepted this honor from us. In fact, you have honored us by accepting this. And for me, I think it's a privilege and an honor to be present when it was being done. So congratulations on behalf of all of us. And since we are looking forward to you for the guidance always, and you have been, guiding all of us. So for us, it's a rare honor that we are here when you are being honored. So thank you very much for accepting it, the honor. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I grow for words. It rarely occurs that I grow for words to express my deep sense of gratitude to Global Media Council and Dr. Shahid Rasool and Professor Sabia Mufti and Dr. Morisa Qadri. I don't know whether all of you three are poets or not, but you have what you have uttered about me. It sounds that all of you are poets, or at least poet in the making. Because whatever you said about me, I wonder if anything related to me is right. And I'm thankful to Dr. Morisa Qazi for producing such a wonderful video. And first of all, yes, Professor Sabia Mufti set the ball rolling, and he discussed many points related to post-truth and many things related to media education, and some very important topics he talked about. So I'm here. I just discussed with Dr. Morisa Qadri that I would be talking to post-truth. What post-truth or fact-free period? There's a fact-free period. So we would be, you see, the extensive work and research has been going on, and you find a lot of debate on the post-truth or fact-free for the last, I think, many years. But we are, as far as theoretical basis is concerned, what is the theoretical position or theoretical framework or its epistemological work? I think there's not much work has been done. There are some references are there, but I try to locate it, what post-truth is, who imagined it. Isn't it? I think the first person who talked about it, this is the way back in 1949 when all of you know Orwell's book was published, 1984, in which there is a Ministry of Truth. And you see, there is a contrarian view. There's a Ministry of Truth, and it was meant for manufacturing lies and propaganda and many things like that. In which the main character is Winston. He does this sort of thing. So there is a very huge building. There's a Ministry of Peace, and its job is to wage a war. So there are so many ministries talked about. It's a dystopian novel. We talk about it, utopian novel. We imagine something, but dystopian means it is the other way around of utopia. We imagine the word is a bad, but how bad is we cannot express. What we think about word, how bad it is, or how harmful it is. And it is more than that. Then we say it is a dystopian word. And Orwell talked about, say, 1949. Now it is coming true for the last, I think, 15 years or 10 years. It is happening like that. So he talked about the Big Brother and surveillance society and Ministry of Truth. Ministry of Truth, from where the post-truth emerges. So that's the basic concept. There is a Ministry of Peace that concerned itself with the war. The Ministry of Truth that deals with lies. The Ministry of Love that deals with torture, and the Ministry of Penalty with starvation. So it is a very contradictory situation he talked about. And this post-truth is like that, isn't it? What is the phenomenon now? The basic issue, the Sabia Mufti talking about the agenda, media agenda setting role. But I think the first and the foremost question is the media. The educator, the person who teaches media for the last many years, our job is how might we restore the twin notion, fact and reality, to the public discourse. I think this is the basic question we have to talk about. Yes, everybody is entitled to have its own opinion, but nobody is entitled to have its own sets of facts. And now the media falters. Yes, for opinion is all right. Yes, you can form your opinion. Perfectly all right, but you have your own sets of fact. It is a question that for the last, I think, 5 years, 10 years, it has been debated. Now it is opinion. Yes, opinion is there. Yes, you have. And apart from this, I would say that Orwell, there are Michael Foucault talked about the power structure and power that be, how in his lectures he talked about, and I would refer to its theoretical positions, and from where we get insight to understand the phenomena of post-truth that refers to Hannah Arendt. He talked about the rational truths. and two sets of truth she talked about, and it is of great importance to understand rational truth, and he talked about the factual truth. Rational truth, its opposition is not lie, it is opinion or your error or maybe your interpretation. It may be all right, it is a philosophical scientific truth, but factual truth, it is something that is there. So your opinion is different, but here you see there's since the beginning or since the dawn of civilization, there's a lot of lies and distortion and so many things are dissembling. Things were there, but it gains new respectability for the last, I think, 15 years. So that's what is the role of media. Media, what is the job of a media? Earlier, because we no longer ask questions, especially I'm talking about the Indian media, it just provide answers. You don't want to question. You see, if the person is saying something and you don't question him. So that's why it gets respectability all over the world. Suppose some very important person, in Orwellian concept, I would say the big brother is saying something. So your job is just report it. His presence or his utterance, give the credence, because you don't probe it, you don't investigate it, you just produce it. He said, or she said. This kind of, it's not journalism, it is just journalism talked about, and it is there because you are not there to question. So that's why new respectability comes up. So that's why we know that this is something which is not right. Something that Oxford University Press defines, what Oxford Dictionary defines what is post to be said. Just its definition says it means that what is the fact or what is the reality. But you are swayed by, you are carried away by your emotions. Facts are contrary, but what you believe, it is something different. So that it happens, I think, way back when the Saddam Hussein was persecuted, that he had the weapons of mass destruction, and the whole world was convinced, and you know what happened there, and the people, they realized, but the damage was done. So it was not the history example earlier before that the Iranian plane was shot down. So and it was a civilian plane, and apologies is still awaited. So this is because we got this kind of thing, the political, because somebody is saying who has the authority to make the announcement or something like it, a very powerful person. And the media, for the many years, the media, especially I'm talking about the Indian media, so I think it's applicable everywhere, but India, it become very important that we no longer ask questions. We don't question it, and what is there, we just put it. So this is it gains new respectability. We know that nothing will change, and the people, they are making, the politicians, they are making big promise, and you no longer ask question. You think, and it is there, and it is there. So the post-truth is like that. It is a new kind of phenomenon when it is, the media is no longer, as we know, the media is no longer mirrors life or mirrors the external world. It creates its own reality. You know what happened in India? You see, there was no story or no very trivial thing, that Sushant Rajput suicide, that was put on air for I think more than 2 or 3 months, and the people there, they were dying of hunger. That was the real story. But you are saying something else, so you are creating your own reality. Reality is, that's why we know it is a reality. Is Dr. Sabiha Mufti talking about is a relative concept. Yes, reality is what? It does not descend from the heaven. It is created by language just to fulfill our culture needs. All right, it is a relative thing, but there are so many concrete things are there. So the media, here the media falters, especially I'm talking about the Indian media, especially the electronic media. Whatever it just tries is there. So it looks like the Indian society is just big brother, what Orwell predicted way back. So that's why you see there's a Ministry of Truth I was just talking about. It has it has a very huge building having more than 3,000 rooms, and three slogans were written. War is peace, isn't? So you see this is a contradiction. They say that 3 slogans were there. 3 slogans were pasted. So war is peace. So this is what you think, what you pretend, and what you do, it is something different. So this kind of dichotomy is there. So This is the new phenomena, and many people they talk about, but still the agenda setting role is there. So I'm afraid it is just wishful thinking that media still calls the shots, it sets the ball rolling. No, it is the other way around in the corporate world, or it is the you can say political part that dictates the thing. So we don't set the agenda, and especially in India, it is not. Media has no role. There are so many. Media means media means the anchors or the people that present the program. They said it is not the debate that is related to public discourse, or the public. They largely related to that. So it is new kind of thing. We try to create some kind of fight-like situation, and everything has got, apart from the political engagement, and there is no room for another kind of perspective. There is a one single narrative we try to push in, and we just try to absolve the part that be of all sins. So that's why what is saying, it is all right, and it has to be presented, and there's no room for another kind of perspective. So subjectivity, what you say, but what the reality is, I know that it is a relative thing, but what is concrete thing is going on, what is there, but it is not being debated. So this is, and again, new respectability. Everybody is just carried away by it. We know Achhe Din will never come. You see, it will not then, and your account will not be credited with, say, lakhs of rupees, but still you go by it, and still you vote for it, and the media is not there to question it. This is it, and we try to like that. Another thing is not only the reality, the society or the part that be, or the powerful people, they try to revisit the history. So that's why they try not only control the future, control the moment, but the history and the past. And they always try, the media, especially in India, they try to glorify, future, and they think the past is your future. The part that be, especially in India, they try to just realize the point, or just hammer the point that your past is your future. Past can never be your future. Past can be a resource, but still, this is a very, very emotive issue. We try to put it like that. So, as far as so many, I think that writers, they talk about the Orwellian truth, the concept of Orwellian and Foucault, and Hundred talked about the rational truths and the factual truths. No, rational truths, it's all right. It were there, you can defy it. It's no harm it. But it's a new kind of phenomena. When you try to, what is the factual truths, you just prefer it. Instead of putting it, you think something that appeals to your emotions, something you are carried away by your emotions, and it is like that. So this is the basic issue, and I think the job of as a communicator, our job is to restore how we could restore the twin notions of reality and reality and fact. What is the fact and what is the reality, and how to project it, and how to protect. We are no longer guided by the public interest. There are so many vested interests. I think in the presidential remarks, Dr. Sabiha Mufti does talk about. So this is the world we live in. So what is post-truth is whether it is we are into that, or it is over, or it is a fact-free world. I won't comment, but it's still post-truth is a crystallization of a larger trajectory of devaluing truth in public discourse. This is I think it is a crystallization of devaluing truth in public discourse. In public discourse, truth holds no respectability. It is a relative thing, but over the years, the media was instrumental in doing so. So this is the issue we have to talk about. I was asked to speak, I think, only 10 minutes. I think I just exceeded my time. And thank you very much again, Dr. Munisa Kazri and Dr. Sabiha Mufti and Dr. Shahid Rasool for their kind words. They uttered, and I'm thankful to them very much.